I'll cutter 2780. Welcome to Wednesday night live stream. We're going to finish up this Nieuport tonight. All that's left on is card to propeller. And do the rigging, she's done. Like I said, this thing was this is a 93-year-old model, and turns out the day it was released. I'm gonna find me some stock in here so I can cut my propeller. Let's see. Throw the stock right there. Yeah, thank you, buddy, for this. It's going pretty good. It's all pretty much all done. I got the bungees on the undercarriage all done. Made the engine. I turned the cylinders on the on my small miniature lathe. I made little cylinder heads in there, and push rods and everything, and homemade Lewis gun on top of there. Made that from plans. Everything built from plans. So Edward T. Packerman gives you a good kit. It's all the detail was in there. You just got to make it look like plans. That's the second Cleveland kit I built since childhood. It's come out quite nicely. I enjoyed the hell out of this thing. I'm running out of wood glue right now. I only got about that much left in there. I've had. I told my son-in-law I need some more wood glue. So they give you some more glue, I'll be okay. Sir Daniel Brett, how you doing, buddy? There's a Lewis gun I made. I made that right from using wood scrap, came with the kit and everything. And I got my bungees on there. Made my engine and everything. I turned my cylinder heads using my small miniature lathe I got. Yeah. That's kind of funny how when they shoot their foes down, they got to go up like this and pop, 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 pop. Boy, they probably changed that probably later on. But yeah, this thing is kind of like better I thought it would be. I have a 1932 KITT bed. We're going to rig this thing up using sewing needles and thread. That's all you need. Yeah, they did. I think they came out pretty good. They were the first came out, and the first World War I fighter that we had that they used that had the The gun is synchronized with the air screw was a Sopwith Camel. Then the Stab came after that. The Nieuport 28 came after that. But this is earlier French Nieuport 17. And she had that big old Lewis gun up there. You had to grab and shoot up there. Sometimes guys had pistols. They could shoot each other with pistols. Anything to shoot you down with. No, they probably weren't. They probably weren't. I think what they did, that gun was probably pivoted. So they probably did when the plane was going down to a bed. When the plane backed down, they could pull down that gun. Whap, 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 whap. But yeah, like I said, I look at these things. On the internet, the real ones on it. Did some research on it. Them things they're small. It's unbelievable how small these World War I jobs are. Heck, you stand up about this tall in this thing. It's like getting into a radio controlled airplane model. That's a big. All it is an oversized radio controlled airplane with a big engine on there. That's all it was. That could pull your body weight, and that's it. That's what it was designed for. They couldn't carry any more. Tissue start tightened up pretty good. I keep adding heat to it like that. It'll shrink. It will shrink with time. It'll shrink with time. It's shrinking already tight already. I can see it. The decals, nothing cutouts like I showed you. The plan, like I said, they had no decals back in those days. Everything, it was just really colored paper. You just had to cut it out and paste it on the tissue. Yeah, I'm glad to get this thing done. I really am. I get real fine wire for the airspeed indicator. It's right about there. It's a small wire. That's what it says in the plans, anyway. Yeah. I have got my windshield in there, too. How long I had this model before I built it? Well, it's been my father's domain 80 years. I had this model for about 80 years. And my dad had it 10, 13 years longer than I had it because he had these things in the closet. He knew that I was inquisitive. I always got into mischief all the time, like all kids do, And he had a closet in our finished basement we used to have. We used to work on these things all the time. And he had that closed all the time to keep me from getting in there. And he caught me a couple of times and says, "No more, don't you go in there." Every time I tried to make an attempt to go in that closet to find out what he had, it was as though he was waiting for me all the time in there. Well, he caught me one time when I was about 9 years old, 8 or 9. Aha! I caught the fish. Oh boy, I'm gonna get a good scold now. You're too old to spank now. It says you probably one of those going on here. Now you found out he's gonna be yours someday. I asked my dad, how come you ever built these things? He used to build models all the time. He said, well, when you got 5 kids and a wife, and put a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and the food in your stomach, I don't have time to build these anymore. I'm always working all the time. So they're gonna be yours someday. My father passed away about 30 years ago. He said, "Here you go, son. They're all yours." Oh, wow. I got all kinds of them. I got them in storage, everything. I got a few here. This comes out in the end. I asked my dad, Pop, so how much this thing cost back in 1932? Oh, about 50 cents. Jesus, that's cheap. 50 cents back in 1932 sure wasn't. It was a lot of money back in those days. So they were relatively pretty cheap. So when you're dealing with a cash economy, prices never go up. Never do. When you got credit cards, prices go up all the time because it turns into supply and demand. And it's instant money. It's plentiful. You can buy as much as you want once you got that card. But back in those days, what you had in your pocket was it. You shot your wad. That was it. You can't have no money until you got paid next. Until you be able to afford something. It's too bad we live in a credit card economy nowadays. That's why food's so expensive and gas is so expensive. It turns into greed. It turns into corporation greed and everything else. And fraud. Benjamin Franklin warned us about that. So you cannot run a nation on a credit-based economy because it's like getting IOUs. Anybody has IOUs, they ain't got no money. So they got the money in the first place. How are they going to pay you back? Okay? That's how it was back in those days. But anyway, that's a KITT that came out. If I can keep this old box. Nieuport 17 is Colonel Bishop's. Colonel W.A. Bishop is a Canadian pilot, World War I. Color blue and silver. Cleveland Model Supply. Says the plans 1932. Copyright. Man, that's a long goddamn time. Unbelievable something so old like this, has been there for years. Yep. We got all kinds of them back in there. Got a Great Lakes back there, a Hudson bomber. I used to build these all the time when I was a kid. My father would take me down to the hobby shop. Because back in the days, they had Megow coupe, company called, what was it, Megow? Yeah, Megow, Comet. Comet rolled, just like Cleveland's were. Comet kits. Go to a hobby shop and buy one of these Cleveland kits, They stopped making Cleveland kits probably about 1963, 64. Then Mr. Edward T. Packer quit producing because all the people that worked for him were deceased. So that's what happens to a lot of these companies nowadays, There's either the management that had bad management, or the founders and the people who run the company are deceased. When they're deceased, everything goes with them. Now, Dumas, they're out of business now. I don't know what's up with that. They're putting out some damn good models. I don't know if Pat Treadle call it quits or what, but all he was is a draftsman that made the plans and designed the kit. But the company in general, I don't know what happened to Dumas. They might have priced themselves out of business, or I rightly don't know, but I will find out. I think we'll all find out. Everything is models made for these blueprints right here. All day yesterday, I spent about 6 hours building an engine right there. I got regular doweling, and I chucked it to my lathe, and I cut the cylinder heads, put the cylinder heads in there. You can see them in there. And I got the push rods all through there. I got a piece of wood right here. I'm going to carve the prop out. I'll probably carve the prop off camera and have the time reveal. But tonight we're going to rig this puppy up. Using sewing needles and thread. That tissue starting to tighten up now. Yeah, it's getting good and tight. Because I'm constantly going over that gun. It'll tighten up with time anyway, Because I was reading the ingredients on this clear right here. It's got butyrate in it, so butyrate's a tightener. someday I'm gonna get me some Aerogloss dope. Only way to get that, you can get it online. They still make it online. But that stuff's expensive. Jesus, I can't believe the expense of that stuff. Get a big gallon can cost you $500. Oh yeah, $500 for a big old gallon can of butyrate dope. I had to do that. That shit used to be cheap as hell years ago, but they don't sell it in hobby shops no more. I think the way the smell, a lot of people were complaining about, oh, that's something's toxic smell. So I guess OSHA, whatever they got involved in there. Not OSHA, what do you call it? What do you call them people? Environment, something like that. EPA, yeah, EPA. Uh, Probably say, well, no more of that stuff. No more banana oil, no more. But I used to use my mother's clear nail polish. She's put in her nails. Boy, she goes, "Where's my nail polish?" Oh, I know where it's at. She go, "What are you doing with my nail polish?" Well, putting this on here. He said, "I'll buy you some. Don't use mine. This is for nails." Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. I should have asked you. So she kind of scolded me, but she always bought me some. And Dad goes, "What is that you're using? Your mother's nail polish?" Yeah. "What do you use that stuff for?" "It's the same thing. It's got butyrate in it, Dad." And he says, "We'll get this a good butyrate. Come on, let's go. Go where? We'll go to the hobby shop and get you some butyrate. You got nitrate dopes, butyrate dopes. Packer used to make them all the time. I think they quit doing that stuff probably back in the 80s. They quit making dope. I think that's when they done away with that stuff. Now they just use this pylon. Yeah. Yeah, these things will clear because they've been around for a long time. They're a damn good kit. Very old school, you know. But now it gave you plans. Let me see over here. This camera out of here. Move that big old globe master out of the way. Where is it? Where is my? Where is there is right there. Yeah, here we go. I gotta get that globe master going. I got no damn silver taste. I'm out of that, so I have to paint that stuff with aluminum paint. Yeah. This company's still in business. They don't make the kits, just plans. Now, I sent away was I might go ahead and make a scratch built one of these. I already have before. Here's the Cleveland kit, the Urcoup. I built one of these things before. It came out very good. This kit is industrial training series. This kit was 25 cents. See, what was the release date this thing came out? Copyright 1946. So this is 1946 kit of the Urcoup. Now, what else I got in here? Now they give you with the plan set. To give you this. These are your templates. Yeah. Now what I did, I went down to Office Max. I took took a photograph of a copy of these. Inside this envelope, I went ahead and I've got all my templates that I traced out of there. So these are master templates. All I gotta do is get a piece of wood and trace them out. There you go. I got a balsa stripper over there. I got some balsa wood there. I can make me some nice 160 strips. But these Dumas kits, even this kit here, they give you a lot of wood left over. So I can use that, you know, make another one. I might make me an earth coop, another one of these earth coops. But I'm pretty happy with this Nieuport. It's coming pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this thing. Looks like a Nieuport. It is a Nieuport. Got all the bell cranks and everything there for the ailerons. And I gotta do the headrest too. I gotta paint that brown. No problem. But yeah, that gun took me about 3 hours to make that gun. There's a big old Lewis gun they used on there. It's got a sight on there. A handle. We can put oils on there for the handle. This is, what scale is this damn thing? 3/4 scale? You about a pilot like that, I can sit in that thing. I think I got one I can use in there. I know I do. Yeah. Probably put them in there. Debating if I should build a cockpit for one there. But I think I'll leave it like it is. So we'll get that thing finished. Okay, we got 7 watching, 3 thumbs up. When we get started here, a couple minutes, fellas. Oh yeah. Freehand that C5. I did that on paper, typing paper. Yeah, because they didn't have decals back in those days. Not as kits they did anyway. Okay, so we can do a needle out. They're saying prepared what I'll use, but needle can be used here. But that's all we're doing with those. Yeah, right there. Right there, boys. Right there. So that can't get finished with it. Leave it over here. Yeah, I mean these Cleveland kits are good. I love these Cleveland kits. Here's an old flyline kit of the Stetson Flying Voyager. It's about 30-inch wingspan. This is an old flyline kit. I got another kit of this. It's in storage. I got another one that I built. It's in storage too. Yeah. So I think you guys enjoyed the air coop right there. Like I said, you guys want to build some Cleveland kits, but they're there. All you got to do is sit away from the plans. I mean, go Cleveland and model and supply. And that shows you there's different scales. You're going to have larger scales, bigger scales. Depends on what it has. A table of contents tells you how much the scales are. Yeah. Yep. Let's see what this thing going now. Pretty legal right now. I gotta have some more light here. A little more light on the subject. Yeah, sure might be there. Smarts. Okay. Alrighty. That dab the glue on here to seal that off. Now I'm out of cryolite glue. Boy, I bet 1,000. Let that dry. There we go. That one, come through here. To the oil here. Oh, that's dry. It's a little warm in here. Let's get warm. Sometimes it's a little chilly here too. Oh, boy. What rang out of the blue? Ooh, boy, that's pretty tough. try. It sounds good. Okay. Oh, we ain't got to be done. Not much good in that damn thing. Good now. Let that dry a little bit. That's set. That's set. Okay. Alrighty, we got 6 watching, 5 thumbs up. Any fellas working on anything right now? Or you're just grilling and chilling? Yeah, wait, that's my crazy girl. Damn. It's more coffee. Oh, the African Queen. That's a Humphrey Bogart, wasn't it? That old 30-foot steam launch he had. That was a hell of a good movie. That was a damn good movie. I think I got a model that and by building boats. The African Queen. I think I got that in my stash. That'd be a good project with a good project with a good scale steam motor. You put it, steam engine, put it in there. That's one thing I never fool around with steam engines. I like to be able to make a. It should be too hard. All I do is make a gun using brass and copper. Make a boiler out of it. Heat sources use a candle. And we have the Wildcat 777. Welcome to the Wednesday night live action with me and the boys and the Cleveland Design Nieuport 17 Scout. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead. Yes, I've used that epoxy over there. I'm going to mix you up some epoxy. That'll really seal that rig in there, keep it coming out. I don't trust that type on glue and thread like that. This heavy works out better. Yeah. That's a brave seal in there. Like I said before, There's something out there, see something. Oh, guy. I just start the other side and finish it up. Is that the Billy Boats kit that you're working on there, Daniel? Hey, Ding, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Ding, I'm really sorry about your Stratocaster. You got, well, at least, you'll have it, it'll be a good heirloom, you'll be able to, your son will be able to respect it someday, I'll tell you, I like to play, and I really enjoy playing is this here. Let me show you something. Oh. I think I'll play this tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna play my jazz masters, the guitar. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll play this more than any of them. I do. No Fender Jazz Master. Can't be. Look at guitar. You really are. I got Jazz Masters, Jaguars, Stratocasters, Bass 6, 3 pedal steel guitars. Oh yeah. Always keeping the case. A lot of keep a guitar in good shape. You know how it is. You always when I get done playing them, I clean them up and put it back in the case. A lot of guys, I seen guys years ago when I was in my youth playing music. They take a guitar like that, lay top amplifier, it falls over, bang, hits the floor, and they give it up because dings in it. That's abusive equipment. They last a long time. They have a very pretty sound to them. You get that surf sound out of them. The Leo Fender designed that guitar back in 1960? Yeah. It was supposed to be an answer to the jazz players, but Not too many jazz players didn't like solid body electric guitars. They more or less favoritism to the hollow body guitars like Guilds, Gretches, Gibsons, you know. But he thought the guitar was a failure, but he found out that a lot of country western players and surfing guitar players they bought them, so he found out they're okay, you know. Yeah, it's come pretty damn good. Yeah, that puck is already hard already. That's good. Get a couple more minutes to the other side. Yep. I'll get the other side going. Woohoo! Strong. Okay, see here. The other side. Here we go. Ooh. Mix a little epoxy right there. Feels right at the cup. It's funny got a batch. So I can seal that off. Got one more strand of glue through there. It's rigging. It's all done. Not much rigging in this thing. Not much. Dry. Seal this out there too. Dry about 5 minutes and come back to the other side and finish that up. Next step, work on the propeller. month. Let's sit there and drive for a while. Sam there, then there. Yeah. Yeah, she's almost done there, Danny. Once I finished up one strand of rigging through there, got a piece of wood here, I carved a propeller out of it. Not the same. Done. Well, I've worked on this thing for a long time. Like off and on, how long? About 4 months? 3 months? Let's see, about 4 months. Takes about 4 or 5 months to build these things, off and on. I made a full deal out of it. Like I've done probably about 3 weeks, maybe. Up to a month anyway. I like to build slow, you know. I'll build so much, I'll stop and look at it for a while, you know, see if any mistakes I made in it. You know, keep it going, you can make mistakes. So you got to kind of back off a little bit and look at the model for a while. Yeah, get the propeller on, it'd be nice. Wait just a doggone minute. Wait just a dang minute. Got me a propeller right there. Oh yeah. Got the propeller right there. That's perfect to the plans. That's a good prop right there. All the time. I'll be going. That saves you some time there. Let's see here. Where's my saw at? I do a conversion here. No here. That's right. Man, I got really lucky that time. Real lucky. What? That's pretty good. What your plans? I couldn't get done lucky if I had to anymore. Sometimes a little freaky day strikes out some friggin' luck. Sometimes I don't. In this case, I mean, I'm like a bit of save me some carbon. I kept looking at the prop. I bet that thing will fit this thing. I did have to cut off a good 3/8 of an inch off the tip. With it scaled, pretty little scale right on there. Jesus. I could do that if I had to. More. A little lacquer on it, a little polyurethane. Straighten right up. Man, I could get it like a million years. That's it, right on. Hell yeah. Well, that gives glass right there. Ooh. Now, pretty good. There's a little carving going on here. Yeah, getting there now. Yeah, the round plan. Well, that's excellent. Excellent. That's how I want it. Here. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Ready for a break here in a minute. A lot of carbon. Not much wood that can make an elephant. Good. Let me have a thrust button I'm going to make. Man, we're glue. Oh boy, see here. Well, I cut myself an X-Acto knife a while ago, carved that pop out. It happens sometimes. A little budding hurt nothing. That's perfect. Right to the plans. Now take a break. That tissue's tightened up pretty good now. Rigging right there. There to here. Back here. They done. Yeah, I got myself pretty good digging a while ago. Not too bad. Been worse before. Yeah, I think I'll do is when he's in out. Let's see, right here. Oh, absolutely down, man. almost a block somewhere. Make your fuss factor the same. I'm getting all my stuff in here. I'll save this box even for Lane's sake. The boys actually live here, I know that. Huh. I knew I'd find a piece there. I knew I would. Saved by the bell. Right. Well, heat tightens that up a little more. We'll tighten up the time. Trash down here. Okay. So I got this now. Here we go to now. Taking my thumb, killing my grip on this thing. Right to the plants. No more. Jesus. Okay. Take a break here. There. There. I want to take a break here, folks. Boy, check the chat board, see what's going on here. dry. Don't even let it dry. Color came out perfect. Getting better now. That's for plants. These things, you got to work up the plants all the time. Man, it's getting warm in here. I use the restroom. Be back in a couple seconds, fellas. Give me a couple minutes here. Oh boy. Yeah. Here, some here, there, some here, yeah, more. Wells on there. Pretty good. Well, yeah. Man, I'm looking at crying right now. I'm gonna do right now and go ahead and watch this place. Should split that one. I use that drill while I go right hand. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's let it dry for a while. Let it dry. Oh, man. Nuts. Just like Mustang rig would be all done. He was rigging this thing. Sure looks good. I polished a 93-year-old turd into a silk purse. Oh boy. I am watching and 12 thumbs up. I guess I'm doing pretty good tonight. Good football stain. These oils. Balance too. Yeah. Get this right. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Frankie. Spawn's on here. How you doing, Spawn? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live for me and the boys on the Nieuport Scout doing on here. Almost finished with it. Got to wait that dust button to dry and put that top on. Got to paint that aluminum there. And but she's about done. I have the final reveal for that tomorrow. Yeah. That's the tape. It's all about that. He's my father over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have to do this. have nothing really good idea. There we go. Carve that prop out. Yep. 93-year-old model. 93 years old. A lot of people are amazed. Man, I can't leave models that long. Oh, yeah. Models been going on for over 300 years, 400 years. Yeah, make a model if we make the real thing. That's it. Yeah. Okay, put the stick over here. Put that epoxy over here. Just that out of the way. I'll take that rust back when it dries. Should have drilled that one down so that with the back end. Wow, that's amateur. Can't do that. Here's drilled. It's drilled. Okay. Pencil there. Brush over here. Bad. I got one last man do one. Yeah, cardinal prop. That's the way to go. Almost done, guys. Almost finished. I wish I had the final reveal for this 93-year-old model here. Cleveland kit. Most of those Cleveland kits are pretty optional with MT Packard design. This more or less for display. It can be phone rubber powered though, but you got a lot of conversion you got to do inside that thing. I just built it from the plans. It's actually a display piece. I got a couple of my models in a right pattern for so I used to sing them. World War One exhibit, also the Cold War exhibit. Yeah, I think those props, you gotta make a prop blank. Same thing I gotta do with my Nieuport 17 over here. I think I saw it last night. this flies. Because I flew it last year. Yeah, it's balanced. Might as well good. That prop is way too small for that thing. I got to carve me a balsa wood prop, a better one. Yeah, thank you, Spawn. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, those Nieuport, the World War jobs, they're pretty small, you know. Like I say, if you stand up to it, you get about this tall to it. Heck, you know, like getting the little thing is almost like getting to an oversized radio controlled airplane. That's what puts me in mind. Puts your mind of an oversized radio control with a big engine that can pull you. Yep. That tissue was tightened up in time. This was kind of saggy at first too, but it's all tightened up because this Crylite glue has got that it's got butyrate in it, so it'll tighten up for good in time. I've been at the sheet, the heat gun that thing all the time, and it tightens up a lot even quicker. That's why I keep running a heat gun on it all the time. Tightens up so those ribs pop through there. Yeah, I'll probably just finish this up too. This little comic kit I got. Yeah, let me put it over here. Yeah, I need to finish this up. Old comic kit. Old Comet SR7 Stenson Reliant. It had these scale doors in that thing. That's tightened up too. That tissue does. This thing is really light. It'll fly real well. Oh boy. Yeah, that's about the word back in World War I. They're pretty fragile. Not very much armor on those things. None at all. You had to learn how to fly it pretty well. Those days, those guys flew by the seat of their pants back in them days. Yeah, loosened up now. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Like Eddie Rickenbacker, he was a race car driver. And that's pretty much common with fighter pilots. Even after World War II, a lot of fighter pilots became motorcycle drivers. They rode a lot of motorcycles. And some bought a lot of aircraft up the surplus aircraft after the war. Just like my dad's best friend Gunnerson, I always called him Uncle Gunner. And he bought a B-25 out of Kingdom, Arizona. I think he paid about $1,500 for a B-25. Flew it out of there. Plus, you got 4 engines with it too and everything. The old French Nieuport. That's Colonel Bishop's Nieuport that he used. Non-Gutser, he had I think he flew the Nieuport 27. Coley, I think he flew the Nieuport 17C. But Colonel Bishop, he was Canadian. He flew the 33rd Signal Corps that flew in, stationed in France in World War One. Boy, took a while to carve that prop out, but it came out good. Just got to follow the plans. You can't deviate from the blueprints. These things you got to work right with the plans. Usually the leading edges they got a brass cup around there. That's trying to simulate with that tape, and I had a amount of tape, so I could probably get that at a later date. A motor took me about 6 hours to build that engine here. I had dowling like that, and I had to turn it on the lathe and cut it out. The engines got really good. Got Lewis gun on top of the wing. He's saying, I don't think they're synchronized with the prop. I think what he did, that they pivot up and down. I guess when he's going to shoot his opponent, he probably got underneath him and to raise that gun up and pop, 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 pop. That's probably how he used it. Some carried pistols. Later on, they Nieuport 27s went and put the Lewis guns in the traditional manner up here. The earlier Nieuports had Lewis gun on the top wing. Edward T. Packer, aviation's best friend, the recruiter. Yeah, all those pilots back in World War II that flew bombers and fighters were inspired by the company that made this airplane, by Edward T. Packer. And a lot of them came in, were building them back in the 30s. And when war came in there like that, they wanted to really fly the real thing. So they, like Jimmy Stewart, Peter Fonda, Jack Lemmon, Clark Gable, all these guys built these Cleveland designed balsa kits. My dad used to take me to the hobby shop every Saturday. Back in the 1950s, go down there and buy these things all the time. This here got my dad, so he bought this back in 1932. He said he paid about 50 cents for it. He paid for it. I don't know how much it's worth now, probably worth $300 maybe nowadays. But the Cleveland kits, they give you a good kit. They give you print wood, and the detail is amazing. The engineering, it's all isometric drawings. And you don't want to throw these plans away. You want to save them. Oh boy, time's getting to be right now. Oh Lord, I'm like almost 3.5 hours. Yes, they did. They had cuffs on there. I tried to use it while I got out of tape. So as soon as I get me some more metal tape, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on here and paint it brass. So I was gonna do that a while ago. I don't have it. I'll brush out of tape. I should have. I guess what I can do is go ahead and use cardstock, use paper, paint it gold, paint it brass. I can do that. I think I'll do that tomorrow. I think I will do that. Just glue it on top of the right around there. Yes, that'll work. I'll do that tomorrow. Well, I have the final reveal for this tomorrow, guys. Should be all done. I get them done. I'm slow, but I get them done. Well, guys, I think I'll call it a video tonight. We'll Frankie getting all tired, and we'll have a good show tomorrow night. I'll bring something out we can work on tomorrow. And so stay posted for the final bill for this tomorrow. Because before I do, I'm going to go ahead and put that metal cup on the prop right there. And yeah, it should be all done. Yep, you gotta build real slow. I've been on this thing now about 5 months. We have 5 months to build this thing, off and on. Always get back at it. You build slow, they come out good. You build fast, you'll regret it because, well, I can do, I like to get my money's worth out of these things. This thing here, I don't know if I got my money's worth out of it though, but I like to build slow to make it come out right. Yeah, windscreen went down. There's windscreen back there, you can see. Got the bungees around landing gear right there, like where you're supposed to, bungee cords for shock absorber. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that Nieuport. It's about pretty good. MOT Packer probably approve. Looks like the model suggested on the plans right here, just like it. That Don Lewis gun took me about 2 hours to build that thing. Ooh. That was something else. Well, everybody, I think old Frankie Day's going to call a video right now. And I'd like to thank all my subscribers, old and new. Wonderful candor, views and comments. I'm deeply honored to all of you, and also the fellows that come on the chat page right now. We've got Paul from Florida, Spawn. We got Mr. Dingy Schultz all the way from Texas. We got Daniel Britton all the way from upstate Maine, and a few other fellows on here. And tomorrow, I don't know what we'll do tomorrow, but I'll do something. I'll bring something out. Always bring something out of the woodwork. Right now, I gotta get me some more wood glue because I like to work on that darn on my PT-17 Servant over there. Get her going. I'm glad I got that cake all finished. Get to finally build that already. I might work on that Vindicator SV2U. Yeah. This is my paper model right here. This you guys seen this already. There's moved to Earl Flynn that called Dive Bomber. With Fred McMurray. Man, I was watching that movie. Boy, darn things just turn over and he was going straight down just like this. And they pull that dive like that. Good night, Irene. When they dive bomb about probably about like this. Them Stuka pilots, they go down like straight ahead, you know, but they're pretty smart because the younger Stuka, they got like a gyro, what do you call it? It works for that temperature. And what it does is you can pull up 1,500 feet. You can set it. So in a sense, 1,500 feet, it'll pull right back up. And when you black out, you already hit your target. You wake up, plane that you still got control of your plane. A lot of those guys, they black out. You black out and you dive bomber, you know. And you get a dive bomber pod, your eyeballs are all red, like they've been in chlorine. Sheds a lot of blood. You got a lot of stuff going through you like that. That's pretty rough. Yeah. OSTU indicator. This is 133 scale. Yep. Frankie Day's got them all. I'm glad I got my KITT torpedo bomber done. I'm glad I found that cockpit right there. I really am. That board model did a good job with this thing. Fish. I kept her. I even got the wooden fence on the torpedo right there. It would break off when you hit the water. Keeps it from plunging too deep. The old Nakajima KITT, B5N KITT. Okay, boys. I think I might hop in that Neptune tomorrow. My P2 Neptune. There's a paper model right here too, card model. Of my P2 Neptune. Get the other wing on there. Yeah. I like this P2 Neptune. That's pretty good. .133 scale. It's a big one. Yeah, I got that B-24 done tomorrow. I get the final bill for that out tomorrow too. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it a video tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm very honored to each one of you fellas, and I'm sorry I ain't too talk with you now. I might start working on these things. I concentrate what I'm doing, but I still pay attention to what's going on. And I had wonderful fellows tonight. You guys made my day. Can we finish up this Nieuport? Yes, we can. You and I. Okay, guys. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and say your prayers. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Be aware of the surroundings. And say your prayers. And have a good day tomorrow, and we'll have the final bill for the Nieuport tomorrow, and the final bill for the B-24 Liberator. We'll have two final bills tomorrow. Then Frankie will bring something else out. Probably that Neptune tomorrow. Work on maybe. We'll see how it goes. The MCDB, how you doing, buddy? And God bless everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. You know, I really appreciate it. You know, because you guys, for you guys and these things here I'm building, it keeps my mental health in check. And like I say, I miss my independence. When you lose your independence, you know, you lose a lot of your soul too. You know, you gotta realize I'm 80 years old now, and think I'm young, which I'm not, but I feel young. These models keep me young. And you guys keep me young too. Okay, I'm out of here. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. God bless everybody, and thank you for joining in tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow. And like I say, model on, and bring out your kits tomorrow. We'll have something else I'll bring out. Really haven't made a decision yet. Could be a ship, could be anything. But we'll have a show tomorrow. We'll have some fun. Okay, guys, I'm out of here, and thank you. God bless everybody, and thank you, and have a good night. Bye, boys. Take care of yourselves. Bye, fellas. Love you too, buddy.